Hey everybody, it's Michael from Replica Airguns with another field test shooting video for you. Today we're looking at the Gletcher NGT R. Now I have done a tabletop review for the NGT in BB version, so steel BB, and I actually have done a shooting video as well. Today we're going to test out the pellet shooting version, the .177 caliber version. Going to shoot it on the chrony. I'm going to try and get 5 good readings, although there's 7 rounds in here, 7-round magazine. Then we're going to head back 30 feet and shoot 7 rounds, since there's 7 rounds in here, on a paper target and see what kind of grouping we can get with this rifled barrel .177 caliber pellet pistol. Now, in terms of velocity, I do have the box here, so this is the box. In terms of velocity, it says about 328 FPS or 100 meters per second. So that's what we're shooting for today. And let's see what we can get. Okay. So we got the chrony going. Got the chrony camera on, a little bit of glare, but that's okay. And we're gonna just immediately go ahead with this. I do have a brand new CO2. Sometimes they puff out a bit of a CO2 on colder days. Today it's probably about between 12 and 15 degrees Celsius. It's not super warm, but let's just sort of stay back a bit. And got a good reading, 367.9, 376.2, so a little hotter than it says. Reading 364.6, 396.1, error on that one, error on that one, error on that one, not sure why. One more try here, a little lower. So that was a dud. I think we got 4 good readings though, and so I'll average them out for you. 4 is not too bad. Not sure what happened with those last 3 shots. You know my chrony, the history. I've done everything I can. I got lights going on. I'm actually in a nice sort of somewhat shaded area right now with a little bit of overhead LED lights going on, or infrared lights. So now we're going to head back 30 feet and see what kind of accuracy we can get. All right, we're all set up. 30 feet back. All loaded up again. Got 7 rounds, 7 basically RWS 7 grain lead pellets. Not sure if I told you that already. I'm using brand new CO2 supplied to me by SIG. Nice quality CO2. Again, we're shooting the Gletcher NGT R. Let's get right to it. This gun does not have adjustable sights, so hopefully we're near the center. I'm not as worried about where it hits the target, although it would be nice if it was centered, but I am looking for a nice grouping. A little to the left. That's it. Okay, let's take a look. Trigger isn't super light, but it's definitely not a hard trigger at all. Yeah, you know, that was the very first shot, and it was kind of my first one, getting used to the trigger. Pulled a little to the left. The other, basically 6 rounds, all hit within an inch, maybe even a 3/4 of an inch. So I'm going to just like ignore that first shot, because that's just me kind of getting used to the trigger and the sights a little bit. Again, you know, there's just nothing wrong with that grouping. Lead pellets, rifled barrel, it's a nice combination. This gun, you know, it has pretty decent FPS. What was it, about 360 if I remember? Not bad for 7 grain lead pellets. They're pretty heavy, right? So that's not too bad. It's a short barreled gun. It's a revolver. You can actually feel a little tiny bit of kick with this gun because it's a light gun and the way it sits in your hand, and because it's pushing a pretty heavy grain pellet, you can feel it. So, you know, it's kind of neat. It's not the quietest, it's not the loudest, has a decent trigger. You know, you can shoot it in double and single action, which is nice. You could rapid fire shoot it if you want. It's a nice overall, you know, if you want, looking for a compact pellet pistol, nice little gun for sure. Alright, thanks for watching another Replica Airguns video. Don't forget to subscribe. Check me out on Facebook and Twitter. Username is Replica Airguns. Coming down to replicaAirguns.com, where I have articles, post reviews with additional photos, and of course the tabletop review for these guns. Also the field test review for the BB version, so check that out. And you can also check out our online stores over at replicaAirguns.ca and replicaAirguns.us, where we have our Canada and US online stores. And there you will find air guns, BB guns, pellet guns, airsoft guns, blank guns, knives, and other accessories. Alright, thanks for watching. Until next time, take care.